Objection! Hello everyone once again. Today again I'm going to do something a bit different from my usual content of reviews. I want to talk about how I see certain Christian elements in the game that I like a lot, called the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I've done a similar video with The Legend of Zelda, so if you're interested you can take a look at that video too under this channel's name. So feel free to stay around if you're interested to listen to. If not, I understand if that's not your interest. So without further ado, let me begin. Before I begin proper, I want to make a few clarifications. Firstly, this is obviously not meant to be a Christian game. I just mean to say that I see Christian elements inside it. So this game was designed by Japanese who are most likely Shinto believers, and maybe some aspect of the game reflects that. The second clarification is that this game, even though it does discuss some philosophical ideas and make comparisons between the Japanese and the English way of thinking, it does not explicitly address religious ideas. So without further ado, let's begin. So one thing that this game really emphasized that I find that has a Christian element is that the importance of logic in the court discussions and interrogation of the witnesses. Now, even though Christians do have a bad name when it comes to popular media in terms of reasoning, earlier Christian writers have been recorded in advocating the use of reason when talking to people about their faith. In Acts 17, verse 1-3, Paul and his companions went to a place called Thessalonica, where there was a Jewish synagogue, and used reasoning to explain the truth of the gospel. And in another example, written by the Apostle Peter, in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15-16, he says, "In your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that whoever speaks maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander." And the main reason why I elevate and compare it to the Great Ace Attorney is that this game, compared to other games in the series, rely a great deal on logic and reasoning to solve the cases. Previous games in the series often rely on some supernatural shenanigans or pseudo-psychology in order to help the main character win their cases, but not in this game, The Great Ace Attorney, which puts a lot of emphasis on logic and reasoning.
Objection!
The next Christian element I see in this game is the importance of truth above all other values. With this game setting of Imperial Japan during the Meiji Restoration and Victorian England, the protagonists sometimes discover some truths that may undermine the relationship that both nations have with each other. Yet the protagonists never give up and often pursue truth to its fullest conclusion, regardless of the detriments it may have between the two countries. As one of the main characters says in the opening case of the game, "If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on." And this is a stark reminder that we shouldn't put so much stake on friendship at the expense of truth, because a friendship without even the common denominator of truth is a fake friendship. Unfortunately, in my days of creator, I've seen many friendships broken up because they cannot take the truth of what their friend is, whether they are Christian or hold strong views on certain issues, but they cannot put it aside because they cannot take that truth. And other creators would rather abandon their long-term friendship for the fake friendship that their clout and their crowd and their audience gives them. And this is a strong reminder for Christians, because if Jesus himself proclaimed him to be the truth in John 14:6, then we shouldn't be afraid of pursuing him and pursuing the truth to the fullest extent, because we will find him there and have a more genuine and lasting relationship with him. All in all, I'd like to end off with a good quote that I found at the middle of the opening case of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And that is the quote that the main character makes, that a country that fails to uphold truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. This means that a government that continually relies on lies and deception to maintain order in a country will eventually fall apart, because it doesn't form a genuine loyalty, a genuine patriotism among its members. Similarly, if our relationship with God is based on lies and refusal to acknowledge the truth, then it's not a genuine faith at all. With that, I leave you with these thoughts, and have a nice day, and I hope if you get the game, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, you do enjoy it. Take care, everyone.
お互い自己紹介を願いましょうか。
僕は弁護士のなるほど龍之介であります。